Hmm. George McCachran, Charlie Webster, Spoon, Knife and Fork, Adam Gilchrist, Lewis Hamilton, Joe Haig, Jay Warham. You must be thinking, who are these individuals, Ms.? What are you talking about? Well, ladies and gentlemen, some of these are probably going to be shaping up against Brentford. I do kid, obviously. It's not Adam Gilchrist and it's not Lewis Hamilton. It's Alfie Gilchrist and Lewis Hall. For me, the only other Gilchrist that I know is Australian legendary, cricketer Adam Gilchrist. So let's see. This is going to be one interesting match preview.
All right. Here we go, back again on the other side of the coin.
All right, welcome back to the other side of the coin, ladies and gentlemen. Back again doing a match preview. It's good to have the matches. I mean, I must admit, yes, with all the pandemic situation, the positive test cases, it's not a great sort of feel around the whole situation. But during this festive period, we've all been, accustomed to matches, and that's one of the things that we all look forward to. So it's good to see, the matches going ahead. But should it be going ahead? Probably not. It looks like, I mean, we all know the Premier League has rejected the situation where they're not going to put a pause. They're going to continue on, and it looks like most of the managers have accepted this situation. They all knew that it wasn't going to be paused because, as Thomas Tuchel said in the press conference, that what's the scenario? If you pause it for, let's say, 2-3 weeks, what's it to say it's not going to happen after that? So you're going to have to find a solution, and he doesn't know the solution, and he understands the complexity around it. Now, look, ladies and gentlemen, this particular preview is not going to be like all the other where I generally do a lineup because I honestly don't know some of these players that I've just read out in the intro. I don't know where they play. I don't know if they're going to start. They are in the squad. And there's a whole heap of players that are missing, ladies and gentlemen, from this particular match. Let's get straight into this. This here is our injury list plus players that have tested positive and who are isolating. Ben Chilwell, we already know, is out for a long time. Andreas Christensen is apparently injured as well, back injury, something like that. Trevor Chalobah has picked up an injury against that match we had against Wolves. He was in training, but he's not going to be featuring this particular match. He is deemed as injured. So whether he's ready for the Aston Villa match, we'll see what happens. Jorginho is fit. He's back. He's tested negative and he has been training. I'll be very surprised if Jorginho starts this match. Maybe he could come off the bench. Who knows? But this is a match where I feel I can also hear it from Thomas Tuchel's sort of tone that there's going to be a lot of rest, a lot of rotation, a lot of academy boys coming in. But there could be some sort of, the first squad, I suppose, players like Sarr and Saul, they could possibly feature. N'Golo Kante rested. He also said N'Golo Kante, it was irresponsible for him to play the entire match against Wolves. He said, against all sorts of recommendation from the from the doctors, and to play against Wolves, that was against the doctor's recommendation, and he felt that it was utterly irresponsible. In this game, there is no doubt he's going to be resting. He is not going to be featuring this match. Lewis Baker, he was destined to play this particular match, but he's tested positive. This is the other thing, ladies and gentlemen. You guys talk about, well, how come the academy players or the second string team wasn't part of the squad against Wolves? Why didn't they go? This is the issue. If you're going to bring in all these players from the academy or the second string, you're going to potentially open them up to get positive test cases, and then they take it back to their particular squad. So then it's a even bigger of an outbreak. And this was one of the main reasons why the playing units were separated. And a lot of the fans fail to understand this, and they want to have a go at Thomas Tuchel for this particular situation, which is ridiculous. Once again, people not thinking before they're actually talking about it. Kai Havertz is out. Ruben Loftus-Cheek is out. Callum Hudson-Odoi, Timo Werner, and Romelu Lukaku, we know, has still tested positive. the problem for Thomas Tuchel and Chelsea ahead of Brentford. This is what it is. Now, let's look at the next situation. This is what Thomas Tuchel said in the press conference. We'll talk about the match very, very soon, but I want to just go through the press conference and what's been said, I suppose. Thomas Tuchel, when I called it lottery, we do test every day. You got to work, but you don't know if you can make it to your office. It's good because it's safe. If you test so much, you take the risk to find a positive, which makes things work. This is the thing. It's all a bit uncertain at the moment. Who's going to be training? Who's going to be in the match? Whether they're even going to be going to office, as Thomas Tuchel said. It is a sad situation. It really is. I can't see it how it changes. The only thing I can say is you just have to take the vaccination. I don't know what the rate is for Chelsea in terms of vaccination. I think there are players that are not vaxxed. You look at the examples like Wolves, they're promoting it in social media, left, right, and center, how all of their players are getting boosters now. And they're quite proud about it. They're actually showcasing that in social media. For me, I know it's a bit of a choice whether you want to get vaxxed or not, but at the end of the day, maybe that is the only way to ensure some sort of protection. Brentford boss, Thomas Frank, will put a strong team out there. I don't know what Chelsea will do. Look, Brentford now has had a substantial bit of break. I would say close to 2 weeks. So their players are going to be back. They could possibly field quite a strong team. I don't know if they will, because obviously Premier League match is just around the corner and quite a few matches coming up during this festive period. But maybe they could look at this opportunity that they could go deeper in this particular competition. So really, they're on the front foot. I would say they're rested. I'm pretty sure they would have had a whole heap of, Zoom meetings and whatnot, and they're probably back into training now. I think Thomas Frank, there's another quote that's out there in the last couple of days. There's been no positive test cases, and they're back in training. They could look at this match and think, well, Chelsea's going to be under strength. Maybe this is an opportunity for them to go hard, get a victory, and move forward. This is the quarterfinal stage. After this is semi-finals, and anything is possible. And if Brentford makes it to the finals somehow, ridiculously, that's a good achievement for a club like Brentford, who just got promoted. So we'll see what happens. Carefree Youth, who has a lot of information about Chelsea, and especially the academy players, Josh Brooking, Dion Rankin, and Xavier Simons spotted. I've got no idea who these people are. And this is the clip that's going around. Let's just bring that back a little bit. Look at the players. Kovacic, so good to see Kovacic, N'Golo Kante. Very, very good to see Thiago Silva smiling. The vibe is great. So many people talk about, Chelsea, there's some issues going on internally, has Thomas Tuchel been found out, or so on and so forth. This is what the rivals are thinking. Look at this group. And that's how I've been feeling lately. I know it's been a bit negative, some of results in recent times, our form. But I think overall, the group is very, very happy, and the group understands. Thomas Tuchel said that it's been strange circumstances that's taken over. So they get it. It's injuries, it's positive test cases. You saw the list of players that are out. So they understand that once it all settles down and all the players come back, Chelsea will come back. So we'll see. We'll see what happens. I'm not entirely worried as yet, like some of the rival fans are saying, some internal issues. I don't think so. I don't think so at all. This, ladies and gentlemen, is what is the state of play at the moment in Carabao Cup. Arsenal at the moment is playing against Sunderland. I don't know what the score is while I've been recording this. Let's have a quick look at the score. It's still 0-0 after 15 minutes. Brentford, Chelsea, Liverpool, Leicester, Tottenham versus West Ham. Some really, really juicy fixtures. Liverpool, Leicester, Tottenham, West Ham. Very, very interesting to see what happens there. Obviously, Brentford, Chelsea, Arsenal, Sunderland going on. Ladies and gentlemen, as I said, not going to be doing a team lineup because I don't know how this is going to pan out, in all honesty. But all I'm going to say is this is a great opportunity for our youngsters, under 23s. And, you never know what sort of talent we could unearth in this particular situation. Harvey Vale is probably one player that is in line to possibly start in this particular match. Saul is another one. I know he's not under 23, but I would like to see Saul start this match and really, really impress. This is your chance, my boy. Saul, this is your chance. Carabao Cup, help Chelsea progress to the next round. Be the leader in the field that you can be. Possibly like to see him play in the register role again, keep things simple. And I want him to dictate the tempo of the match. I want to see how Saul does. You know, Malang Sarr is most likely going to start. I can't imagine how Rudiger starts this particular match. He's been playing so many matches. One of our standout performers as well. Gives 200% every single match. Never say die attitude. Malang Sarr probably needs to come in. And I want to see what Malang Sarr's up to. Every time he plays, he's so erratic. He's so all over the place. His positioning is strange. But let's see what he's capable of. Any of the first teamers, I don't know. Some of them are destined to come back. The ones that are tested positive against Aston Villa. There's some rumors possibly Lukaku could come back. Timo Werner could come back. So do you give someone like Pulisic another go in this particular match against Brentford? You don't want to feel the entire playing 11 as all under 23s. Kepa most likely will get a game here. I think Mendy can have a nice refresher in this particular match. Pulisic, I could possibly see him playing, and I would like to see him in the left side. There's no need for him to play up front. In the left side, you're going to say, who's going to play up front? Honestly, I don't know, because Kai Havertz and Timo Werner, Romelu Lukaku all gone. Could it be spoon, knife, and fork? Jude Soonsup-Bell. Who knows? Could it be him? Could it be him up top? Maybe give him an opportunity. Who knows what he's going to be capable of? And it'd be great to see what talent he can bring. So, ladies and gentlemen, that's pretty much how I feel about this particular cup. It was a particular cup before the start of the season. You know, we were all saying as a fan base, everything should be taken seriously. All the different competitions, we should be going hard out to make sure we can get something out of it. But we're in a situation where I'm honestly just thinking about resting players, focusing on having some of these players back from their positive test cases. It is what it is. Give the kids a chance in this particular match, see what they're capable of doing, and hopefully we find some good young talent that we can possibly look in the future. Harvey Vale. It'll be interesting to see this particular match. Let me know what your thoughts are, ladies and gentlemen. Moving on to this particular match. Are you excited about some of the youngsters? Who are you excited about? Please comment. I want to know from each and every one of you guys, who are you excited about possibly seeing in this particular match? And what do you think? Do you think we're good enough to progress through in this particular competition? If you've enjoyed this video, smash the like button. If you're here for the first time, subscribe, hit the bell notification to stay in touch with all my content. Until next time.